First, let's look at the currency, where we saw the shilling closing slightly higher yesterday at 83.6070 from the previous close of 83.7090. And crossing over to the stock market, we saw the benchmark index inch up half a percentage point to 4,788.26 points, while the all-share index was up 1.2% to close at 119.49 points. Now we're going to have a look at some of the stocks that are making some good news, and with us we have Joy Migingo, a Kestrel Capital's research analyst, and you're going to be talking to her shortly to look deeper into those numbers. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Now TPS Serena has a lot of competition coming in. You have a new hotel that opened this week, a 5-star hotel, Hemingway's, and in 2 months you're expecting Ken Spinky, or one of the managed hotels by Ken Spinky, to open in about a month. And next year we're looking at about four new, 2 from the Radisson Group and 2 more from a different party. How is the competitive landscape for TPS Serena?
I think TPS Serena is a strong brand. It's established itself over the years, and you need to remember that the occupancy rates in Nairobi are actually quite high, over 90%. So I do not think that the new entrants coming into the market are going to pose much risk to TPS Serena.
All right. Now, crossing over to the banks, we saw KCB yesterday. Kenya Commercial Bank was the top mover. A lot of activity from the local investors. Sorry. And what are we seeing? What are they buying into?
Basically, they are trying to get some positions before the release of the first quarter earnings. We expect good earnings from KCB Bank because of its wide regional footprint. In 2012, we saw the subsidiaries contributing more, growing faster with regards to the PBT at 39% compared to the Kenya business, which grew at 12%. So basically, it's a good bank, and that's the reason why we are seeing investors trying to secure positions at this price.
But also, its peer equity is also branching out into the regional market, just as KCB is. Are we seeing also the same interest in equity?
Yes, we are, and especially from foreign investors. We've been seeing a lot of interest from foreign investors, and we believe it's the same story, basically.
Looking at the interest rate environment, is that something also that is bringing investors into the bank stocks?
Yes, the macroeconomic environment is quite good and quite attractive. So it's also driving the interest that we're seeing from investors.
Another thing that you saw was East African breweries, which was 100% demand from foreign investors. What are they buying? What are they saying?
Consumer stocks are very attractive to both local and foreign investors, more so to foreign investors, because they compare stocks across the region. And when you look at breweries, it's actually very attractive to them compared to other regional brewers like the ones in Nigeria. So East African breweries has a good story because of its operations in Tanzania, in Kenya, and in Uganda. We expect consumption levels to go up. So that's the reason why it's a gem to the foreign investors.
How about the whole issue of the middle class story?
The middle class story also comes into play because we've seen we've seen the middle class levels grow from 2010 to 2013, from around $700 to $1,000. So it's actually positive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Of course, we can't talk about the stock market and not talk about Safaricom. Yesterday, we saw them get into another partnership with Kenya Airways, whereby they're going to use a loyalty program to try and see how you can get from the loyalty program in Safaricom to fly with Kenya Airways. And yesterday, we also saw it hit a new 5-year high of 7 shillings. What are your thoughts on Safaricom? Are we seeing a lot of headroom for it to move higher?
I think Safaricom has a headroom to move higher because first of all, they're announcing their full year results on 14th of this month, and we expect strong growth in earnings. We believe that they've already invested as much as they can, and going forward, strong dividends are expected. They don't have strong competition in the market, so that is also another key point to look at.
Is there any specific department you're looking for strongholds? We have M-Pesa, we have data, we have voice.
Most certainly, M-Pesa is going to do well.
The mobile money transfer service.
Yes.
Okay, how about data?
Data is also going to do well, but we've seen some competition in that segment from other companies like Access Kenya, which does corporate data, Kenya Data Networks, and yeah, there's a little bit of competition in that segment, but we expect it to grow as well because internet penetration rates have really grown over the years in Kenya, and there's still a lot. They're about 28%, and there's still a lot of headroom.
Okay, all right. Now we can talk about the presidential budget of 1.7 trillion shillings, which is a 13% increase from what we saw in the previous fiscal year. Where are we going to fund? Where are we going to seek money to fund this budget?
It's actually quite interesting, given the new government that is in place with the county government structure. The wage bill is quite crazy, hence the reason why the budget is high at 1.6 trillion Kenya shillings. I think that they probably be looking at issuing a Eurobond to avoid exerting pressure in the local market.